So the Elder Scrolls 6 is already in trouble, and the bad news is coming not from the journalists, but from the horses' mouths themselves. Ex-developers, yes, the very people who made the blueprint for good Elder Scrolls games, are already sowing seeds of doubt. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I just wanted to share some unnerving news that's gone viral on X recently about the potential guaranteed failure of the Elder Scrolls 6. Coming from a post shared by Legacy Killa HD, it shows comments made on Reddit from ex-developers of previous Elder Scrolls games. Devs like Michael Kirkbride, Bruce Nesmith, Kurt Coleman, and Nate Perkypile, yes that's his name, starting with Bruce Nesmith, who was the Skyrim lead designer, talking to Kiwi Talks, saying flat out, "It's going to be compared to all the previous games, it's going to be a disappointment to fans." Kurt Coleman, who was Skyrim's co-lead, says, "They're making something different than I would have done. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I see it." Nate Perkypile, who was a senior artist on Skyrim, says, "Even if it's just as good as Skyrim was, you'll still get so many people throwing out hateful comments." Now, I understand where Nate Perkypile is coming from. No matter what you do, you're never going to be able to please everyone, but there is a trend of developers trying to please everyone and pleasing no one as a result. Now, it's never good news to hear the architects of previous games starting to talk bad about the new game that's coming out, especially when it's been 15 years since we've had the last Elder Scrolls game, or at least the last single-player official Elder Scrolls game. And honestly, all of this does really beg the question, what does one do when you have a game as legendary as Skyrim was, even if it's starting to age a little bit? And in my opinion, honestly, you only have two options. You match the game that you previously made, or you get crucified. I think this sentiment is shared with the developers like Nesmith, who says, "It's going to be compared to all the previous games," or Perkypile, who says, "How do you beat that?" And honestly, how do you beat that? Now, I am all for just them making a Skyrim 2 if it means they're not going to create some absolute slop that no one actually wanted or asked for. I don't want them to simplify the game or make something that's insanely complex. I just want something that is another sequel to the game that we know and love. And again, people will hate no matter what. It's a guaranteed aspect of the gaming community. I mean, Morrowind fans hated Oblivion for simplifying, and Oblivion fans hated Skyrim for the very same thing. So imagine the pressure now on the devs for the Elder Scrolls 6 after 15 years of waiting, Starfield flopping, and Fallout 76 being Fallout 76. So if this game is worse, people are gonna burn the studio to the ground. Like, Starfield was supposed to be their big comeback, and instead it became the poster child for bloated, empty, mid-tier slop. The sales underperformed, the reviews were mixed, and now the same studio is making the Elder Scrolls 6 with the same leadership, the same engine, and the same narrow scope talk, which again is hit or miss. So what happens now? We haven't seen anything about the game except that one trailer, which didn't show any gameplay. We haven't had any screenshots or any news. The devs have been pretty radio silent. Now all we have is just doubt being casted by these former devs. Personally, I think that Bethesda either plays it safe and again makes a Skyrim 2, which purists might hate for being derivative, and to them I say, fuck you, please just give me Skyrim 2. Or they try to make something different, which everyone might hate for it being a Starfield 2. I see a lot of people in articles saying that it's sort of a lose-lose situation, but let's be real, this game is going to print millions, if not billions, because everyone has been starved for an Elder Scrolls game for 15 years. Especially after Todd Howard thought it was a great idea to release Skyrim 47 times. And guys, I don't want this game to fail. I've waited almost 15 years for this. I want this to slap. Whether it's pegged to be good or bad, it sort of doesn't matter to me at this point. But is it going to be a quality Elder Scrolls game or just a quality Bethesda game at that? Is the question that keeps me up at night. When the guys who built Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind are all saying they don't know how they're gonna feel when the game comes out, or that it's a lose-lose situation, I mean, I can't help but to feel a little skeptic. And I personally just hope that this is X-devs being dramatic, overly critical, or out of touch, because if they are right, if The Elder Scrolls 6 comes out bloated, mid, or watered down like Starfield, I'm gonna feel like Paulie from The Sopranos. But that's just my armchair journalist take on the situation. What are your guys' thoughts? Please let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Do you think people are overreacting? Are the devs just trying to cast doubt? Is this some sort of reverse psychology marketing scheme? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content like this, you already know what to do. There's a bunch of buttons down below the video. You might want to click on them, except the one with the down thumb. Please don't click that. But that's all I have for today. Until next time, may you find your worth in the waking world.